Our next recipient tonight of the Presidential Director Award is an outstanding individual, a very accomplished professional. 25 years served as a photographer in France. Also, has founded a nonprofit organization that now has over 200 children that are being educated in the Holy Lands. A lot of them are orphans, children from impoverished homes, a man with a heart to help people experience a greater quality of life. I'm incredibly impressed with a quote that this recipient lives by in his life. You see, I watched them travel from city to city in Australia. When they went there, they had no contacts. There was no reason to go other than a heart, a soul for helping people, and to take wellness to the world. And this is the quote: "When you care more about the person than the outcome, you are opening the door to success." Another quote: "I embrace the value of building yourself, as you cannot have a business bigger than yourself." A family man, 4 children. All 4 are directors in TriVita. Married to Dr. Elizabeth Rose, a 3-star director and soon to be presidential director. I would like to welcome to the stage to receive your Presidential Director Award, Tony, Kent, and his wife, Dr. Elizabeth Rose. Please come and receive. Now one, and then, yes, please. Now let's have the other photograph. Before you do, Tony, Dwayne, you got your pictures? Everybody got pictures here? Okay, we're good. We'd love to hear from you, Tony.
I hope you all brought a sleeping bag, because I got a lot of people to thank. As Mike so eloquently said earlier today, these awards, even though they are given with an individual name, they are team achievements. And my team of helpers has been vast. First, as a man of faith, I want to thank our Creator, because with Him all things are possible. Without Him, nothing can happen. My heart always goes out to Michael and Susan and the Ellison family, and to Barry Borthistle, because they had the vision of creating a dream to help other people, and they had the internal faith and the power to believe in that vision, take action, and actually create the opportunity that has brought all of you to this moment that we're all sharing here today. We heard Barry talk how this talk that Michael gave the other morning was one of the best he's ever done, and I'd have to agree with that. But there were a couple of other talks that I didn't hear acknowledged quite so much. First, Brazos Minshew. I was with him, I followed him for 3 weeks in Australia. I've heard him talk over and over again. Every time it's fresh and new. I think that Dr. Minshew is the absolute best Oscar-winning chief scientific officer anywhere in the world. He has built my organization more than you can believe, because who he is and what he represents, when you bring quality people to a quality presentation, they resonate. And Brazos, God bless you, you're such an asset to this industry. The next gentleman gave also, I thought, was one of the best talks I ever heard him give, and that is Terry Newsom. And I think that Terry Newsom is one of the deepest and biggest blessings, and Michael's foresight and vision to embrace this man and bring him into our culture so that we can all learn from him, this is a godsend. And I can just imagine how proud your wife must have been, Terry, to hear your presentation. It was awesome. It's full of knowledge, love, power, faith, everything that I admire and respect. And Terry is somebody that's another person that I really believe is building TriVita, and we should really give him a strong round of applause. Nobody was harder than Terry Newsom. Now, many years ago, it was over 10 years ago, when I heard about TriVita, and I called somebody that has been a mentor to me also in the business, was Charles Posick and his wife, Care. And they introduced me to Blaine Elkers, and Blaine and Valerie and Barbara from Santa Fe, we flew in to meet Michael, and Marcus picked us up at the airport, and we came and we had a meeting. I remember it like it was yesterday, because at the end of the meeting, I was looking at Barbara and she had tears in her eyes. And I said, "Are you okay, Barbara?" And she says, "I'm better than okay. I think I've just found my home." Have you all found your home? When you have the right feeling in your heart and you present this business, these products, and this opportunity to people, they don't question you. They can feel your authenticity. So when Michael teaches you to know what your purpose is, when you have a passion for something that's really authentic and people believe in it, this is what is going to build your business as well. And as Michael mentioned, my wife and I are very dedicated to helping the poor. In our spiritual tradition, we're told there's many doors to the paradise, but the greatest door is love of the poor. And that's what TriVita is doing. It's helping people who are poor in health, people who are poor in their business world, people who are looking for hope, for a dream, something they can attach their feeling and heart to. And the people that have set this trend, all the presidential directors that have come before, all the people in the field, Marcus and Lucas and Susan, all the people of the Ellison family, Barry Borthistle and his wife, the people that have embraced this and held this vision for so long, we all owe them a debt of gratitude, not just me, but all of us. And I also want each of you to know that I owe you all a debt of gratitude, because without you, the TriVita culture wouldn't be what it is. And when I share this opportunity with people, I don't talk so much about my downline, I talk about the TriVita organization. I talk about the power of the advertising. I talk about, this is a company that's now a $100 million company with 3 million customers. We're just experiencing hyper growth. And it's each and every one of you that makes all this possible. And so from my heart, I want to thank all of you for your participation, for your sharing of the vision, and for the future that you all have in front of you. I also, thank you. You know, I am a blessed man in so many ways. I could go from dawn to dusk and not have enough words of gratitude to God for all He's given me, but one of the greatest gifts is my beloved wife here, Elizabeth. You know, you know this, I'm a driven man when I have a purpose, and to have a wife who supports you, who constantly is there for you, who believes in you, that you feel that love and that support. I hope each and every one of you who has a spouse who's questioning what you're doing one day will come to believe in you as my wife has believed in me, and champion my vision and my cause, because I think it's one of the greatest gifts anybody can have. I want to say that after I did leave and pursue some other interests for over 5 years, I had a call from Gene Henderson, and Gene spent hours with me. He could have taken many different paths. It would have been easy for me to be disciplined for some things, but instead we share a faith, and because of that shared faith, there was a lot of trust. And Gene spoke to me for hours about what was happening in TriVita, about the new product. One of the things he told me, because I called it Nopalea, he said, you have to learn to say Nopalea. And that shows the extent of his patience. But he was, you know, TriVita is a culture that embraces people to go out and live their purpose, which I had done. And it's like, I was welcomed back with open arms. And this was just last October. At the time, I was just a 2-star director, but I was so impassioned by everything that Gene told me that I contacted somebody that I knew was very strong in the customer acquisition program, which is my friend and partner, Mitch Lover. Let's hear it for Mitch Lover. He embodies everything that's great about TriVita. I can't tell you how many hours and how much heartfelt enthusiasm and caring that Mitch gave to me, to Elizabeth, and to my children. Mitch, I love you, brother. Without you, none of this would have been possible. From October to now, he was working every hour with me, weekends. Even people that aren't even under him in the organization, in one of my other legs, he gave selfishly. And it so embodies the spirit that all of us can share, that we can all help each other because we're one team, one heart, one body, one mind, one soul, looking for one thing, which is to bring wellness to the world, to empower people for financial wealth, to live their life purpose. I would love to see all of you one day up here receiving these awards, but believe me, your name might not be on the trophy, but it's in my heart and in my wife's heart for all that you give to this organization and this dream and this vision. May God bless you all. Live to love, love to serve, and make your life magical with TriVita. God bless.
Well done. Here's your award. Let's have one more picture. Here we go. Here we go right here. Gotta have this handshake, right? Got it. 1 minute.
Another favorite quote of mine that came from Carl Jung that said, nothing so affects the life of a child as a parent's unfulfilled dream. I have lived my dreams, and I hope that my children have been inspired and blessed by that. And I hope that in living your dreams, you'll leave a legacy to your children and to children everywhere that you can live your dream if you really love God and follow your passion. God bless.
Awesome.